When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And the Hawkeyes will kick it away first. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense has the ball first today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going...
He's going to go for a big one. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game, a remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road, potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt, and I think it's hard because you're starting to see the finish line now. Getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked, what's at stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his man. It's Hurley. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Here's a heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punted away.
He wants to go deep. Makes the catch. Converts on 4th down. Is still on his feet. He's out of bounds at the 12-yard line, and that is why explosive plays can change games. And the Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Things looking really good for this offense on their first drive of the game. They've been able to get it done a lot of ways. An explosive play there in the running game. Great vision. Is it?
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hawkeyes offense will go to work for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And the sack comes from the middle linebacker, who is the quarterback of the defense. Not only does he get everybody lined up, make all the calls, play the run, he can also rush the passer and sack quarterbacks. What a job.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
The coaches talked about gotta get to the quarterback, gotta ruffle his feathers a little bit. How about this first drive, man? They've already sacked him twice. This will pay dividends throughout a football game.
Right on the money. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll go to the ground. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4.
And the ball's free in the backfield. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Great place to start for this offense. They'll leave it with him. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more.
Man, I just love physical backs that break tackles and get those extra yards and show that toughness, Palmer.
He's so hard to get on the ground, David. He plays with great pad level and also has phenomenal balance for a running back.
Gets it out fast. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Hawkeye! Ready to try the point after. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
The Buckeyes want to move quickly.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs, running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to take off. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They might need a telescope to find the 1st down marker, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Fires left. Hauls it in the 1st down and more. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
And, man, this QB has delivered all year long. All the hype coming in as a freshman. Like, will he get on the field? Not only does he get on the field, now we're talking late in the season about being a true freshman quarterback, possibly winning a Heisman. You talk about a guy that has handled every moment and embraced it and excelled. This guy has been phenomenal.
Gets it out quickly. There he goes. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. The Buckeyes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And he added the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Hard running there. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Swanson. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the give off the left side. Fights off a defender. Quick step and go. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hawkeyes line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. South Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Columbia, one of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 11 to Texas A&M. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's got him. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Using the quick game. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Rushes on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
It's complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, Ohio State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang.
Oh, he's got some space. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Works the middle of the field. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires and picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, going to the air. Makes a grab past the marker. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Iowa City has given us a fun first half.
The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
And the Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Wants to pass it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Hines is tight end. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And the Hawkeyes have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. He'll start this drive going to the air. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State,
turning it on. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off on the ground with a 58-yarder for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They'll try the run. Breaks the tackle. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short.
Here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Swanson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Hawkeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a 1st down. And the Hawkeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Looking to fire. He finds a dead spot in the middle. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Quarterback on the keeper. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the middle. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover?
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. They'll use the running game on first and goal. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And I'm not surprised they went to him again. Hey, he's already had 2 rushing touchdowns. He's had some success and been physical. But how about the defense? Ready for him? I guess they've learned their lesson, right? They've already given up 2. They weren't giving up a third. And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. He'll keep it himself. Touchdown, Iowa! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Great example of complementary football there. First, the defense comes away with the takeaway, and then offensively, you go to the ground game, being physical at the point of attack, running it in for a touchdown, and now you have the lead with not a lot of time left. They've now put all the pressure back on their opponent.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Gideon. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they... He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And at this stage of the game in the fourth quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Texas Tech is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Red Raiders offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up by 25 over Arizona. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Makes his man miss. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll keep it on the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Hawkeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball is caught in the back of the end zone, but the officials are signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. This time it's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The give to the back. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the fourth. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best running?
Touchdown, Hawkeye! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters in the fourth quarter, in crunch time to take the lead in this football game.
And he knocks it through, and the lead is a field goal here in the fourth quarter. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Makes the grab, and he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third down, he drops to throw. Scrambling away. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
He'll make his way out of bounds. Nice pickup, and more importantly, he gets the clock stopped.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, and especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And this is a huge third down. They need a score to win this game, and they're not getting a ton of yards these last two plays. An incompletion followed by a short gain on a run. You got to be able to pick something here on the third down basket and go to your best player and not overthink this.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Iowa has the ball back on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Drops it up to 25 in stride. Touchdown, Iowa! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
And he's going to bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese.
There he goes. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense...
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Might be looking to run. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Hurley. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out.
Well, this guy has shown up time and time again for his football team. Top 10 statistically in passing yardage this year, but it's been in big games and big moments where he's really shined. That's why this guy's in contention to win the Heisman Trophy.
Makes the grab. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. And the Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And this to lock things up late. They'll play it safe and try for 3. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And the kick is good, and guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
First play of the first possession of OT. Looking to throw on first down. Flips it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. Going right to work up top. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Jackson.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
He'll throw it. grab near the marker is Hurley. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Give to the back. Got some room in it to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. A touchdown ends the game here in overtime. It's first and goal. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time. Down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defense.
He got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, David.
Free. Yeah, right. If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome. Back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.